Yeah. To lift the cat? Wait, I finally got it working. I said I finally got this thing working. I think. Okay. Lift the cat, you say. Walk off, lift the cat. Hello, Rainbow. That's why he's all leery about it, because last time he crushed his little cat tail and he was unable to recover. Okay. So, let's see here. Now, if I go to YouTube, I don't know if it's working or not. Hey, wife, will you go to YouTube and see if you can see my quote-unquote stream? One minute. 1 minute. But I can do it through the computer. Can you hear me talk? Can you hear me? Okay. Alright. Let's turn on some sounds. Okay. Let's get rid of all this stuff that we don't need. Make sure we're doing the right part. You boom, boom, boom. Delete that. Alright. Now we are officially going. Awesome. Let's see here. Okay, we'll leave that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, so we can keep the basic information on there. that. The fillet. Drop the fillet. Alright, what is our diameter? Diameter is 35. Okay, 35 right there. You're at 32. So we're going to incorporate this battery into the bottom of a GoPro handle. To do that, you gotta make some mods. Okay. That's 35 on the outside. That's too much. Okay. This thing here is at 110. The USB port, something I can plug into it to give me a rough idea of a okay. So we probably need to go at least 120 from that point. I'll go down 125. No, I can't trim. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that's 40. Need something 40. It's 32. 40 is probably fine. Alright, so let's go. So where's the initial? Stick on this point here. That'll work. Let's use that plane as a reference. Citations. Alright, 32. We'll go 33. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay. I'll be right back. I need to find a cable. Number one. I need a cable that is a short. I have a little there. Ah. Oh, that's a little long. There we go. Okay, so we're going to use this cable here. To make our adapter that goes up to the camera. Okay. So, let's look at this thing. See what we got. First, we assume that that is the center. Put that at 32.3. Okay. On one side, we're going to go 22. The other side here, we're going to go, looks like 18.2. Boom, 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 boom. It's 15. So if we offset from the center, that's 15. We'll say it's 16, so we'll offset 8. Boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and offset. Dang, that's hot. Dang, chicken is hot. Boom. Okay. Our switch is going to be on the long side. Man. Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
sorry, I saw you called me.
Yeah. About Colton saying. I don't know what information you need or what you're interested in or any of that.
Well, what do you think he would enjoy?
I don't know. He's kind of at the age of fast and braking stuff.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a bunch of fast RCs out there.
Well, I mean, just send or email me or text me some stuff that you think that would be good for him.
I don't know. I mean, he's gonna have to learn how to repair any of them he gets. 'Cause he's gonna break them. But I guess the real question is, how much are you wanting to spend on this?
Well, I mean, he's getting into stuff that I'm not getting him toys anymore.
Yeah.
And we're really working on trying to get him into a more responsible stage.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Hadn't he already gotten 2 RCs so far? Right? Isn't that right?
Well, I think the last one that we got him was, what was the last RC car that we got? Colt? Was it 2 years ago?
25.
He needs a new RC boat. He does not need an RC boat. Yeah, for the pond.
But he's got a pond. I mean, but he's pretty limited though.
You want an RC boat? Okay, Brad wants an RC boat.
You do know that RC boats normally go really fast. I mean, they'll go across your pond in a second or two.
Well, the boat's pretty big. We got the whole creek area to go back behind it too.
Okay. Well, I'll look and see what information I can find on that for you.
Actually, that would be probably pretty good for him.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty neat for him.
Well, I'll see if I can't find any info and get back to you. A sailboat?
Okay, well, something to run, something to be on the pond. That would be fun.
Okay. Well, I will get back to you then.
Okay. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good evening.
Will do. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
If I make this thing where it fits tight in here, would that work? Or will that be an issue? If it fits tight inside here, how will I secure it? And will I ever want to pull it out? If I just do a standard zip tie, should just be that right there. Okay, and KUR. Let me see here. Looking for. Let's try searching on a 1109. Nope, I don't have that. Yes, I didn't draw this up. Yes, I need to draw this thing up real quick so I can look at it. Let's draw it up. Boom, 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 boom. $32.4. $107.05. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh. You know what, man? R and Gun, are you still watching? I'll explain. If you're still watching, man, I'll explain what I'm doing. I missed your notification there. First time I've ever done this. Let's see here. Can I tell if you're still watching or not? Let's see. Stream health, analytics. Da, 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 da. Oh man, I can't tell if you're still there or not. Dang it. Let's see. Well, can I see it on? Give me a second here. Can't tell for the life of me whether or not someone is still watching this thing. Play black, current viewers, chat rates, average watch time 1.4. Okay, well, if you come back up, I'll explain exactly what I'm doing here. A little bit of food. Okay. Anyway. If I drop a link to this on my Facebook. Copy video link. Let's see your Facebook. Let's see. Copy video link. That's interesting. I can't actually copy a video link over. Huh. That is interesting. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay. .55. Five by 12. .25. .5 by 2.6. Divide by 2. Okay. Save that as. Let's see here. We're gonna save that as. A-N-K-E-R. Anchor. Save that as an anchor. A1109. A1109. Alright. If we just leave it like this, and we just put a zip tie, or even boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So, buying Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Apple, and all the seasons for Hulu episodes, you can't buy on Apple. Every season where Hulu removed an episode for whatever reason, it's on Apple. I don't know. Super irritating though, because I want the whole thing. What are you doing, cat? Look at that cat. Suffering 10,000 heartaches. Poor guy. Okay, let's see here. Just put a channel tampering this. If I actually make it a That's interesting. Why can't I go any bigger than that? 1.5. Okay. So we got it right there. I thought it'd feel weird in your hand. Let's go in here and edit this. Put a rubber band around it, or put a if I put a rubber band around it, it might come off. If I use just a simple Velcro tie, I can incorporate that into the side there easy enough. Let's see here. Let's go in. We'll go in 2mm, and we'll go 6 up. Ask away, man. If you've got questions, I'm happy to answer. If it's about this, it's about something else. That's a little thin. Should have anchored that. I think we're probably pretty good on this. Not bad. I think we're pretty good there. If you're wondering what I'm making, essentially what I have is I use, on all my cameras, on my GoPros and Insta360s, I use these little connectors right here. Now these connectors are really good for low profile connections. But I don't want to use a GoPro handle that you can find at a common store where you can take that handle and you'll have it just like that, because it uses that GoPro connection. You have to undo it right here. I want a quick connect. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to go ahead and make a handle that uses this piece, I figured I might as well just go ahead and incorporate the battery into it. So basically what you have right here, and I don't have the top part drawn just because I don't think I want to spend the time to draw the top part, but what you have right there is essentially this piece here. It's going to be the top of this little magnetic connector with a battery underneath, and then the cable is going to come out the bottom and back up to either the GoPro or my Insta360s, which I use a lot by preference. But that's what we have there. I was going to make a fancy door that goes over this, but I think I'm just going to take a Velcro strap around it. I don't think I want to deal with the door. So we're about to throw this into a slicer and start it printing, and call it a night. This is just more or less a test. This weekend, hopefully I'll have a live video going of me picking up trash on the beach. Doesn't tell me who's actually watching, does it? I wish it did. Oh well. Okay. So that thing is 10 millimeters between here, here. 12 millimeters. I'll make that a little larger, just to be sure. I should just hit a constraint option right there. In regards to learning this program, 3D printing your buggies, weight, power distribution, is all that learned through your hobby here and there. Yeah, I don't have a formal education in engineering. My education is in, well, it was in CAD, but it was years and years ago. So everything that I've learned through doing, reading, and building. And that's the same thing you have right here. I mean, I use this software because this software is pretty good. It's not server based like Insta360 Fusion or Onshape, which a lot of hobbyists use. This stuff is strictly on my computer, so everything I make is within my control. And this software does just about everything I want to do with it. It's pretty cheap for hobbyists, but yeah, I mean, everything I do, I've learned to do over time. I have no formal engineering education at all. I'm a homegrown engineer, I guess you might call it. With a stupid controller that's acting weird. Okay, so let's take that to 10. We'll make that D62 times 2. D62 times 2. That way it's always sourced by that right there. Deactivate. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do some lives out on the beach. That's what I'm shooting for. I've got to get 1,000 subscribers to have full access to the mobile suite for YouTube. But I should be good to go after I hit that mark. I haven't tried it strictly mobile yet with this GoPro camera, but I definitely will. Right now it's set up for a webcam connection. All right, save that. We're gonna save this to designs. What is it? No, it's action cameras. That's what it's under. Action cameras. Charging handle. Save this as CH main or CHASM. That's awesome. I've always believed in getting your hands dirty approach. Trial and error mistakes to make best. Yeah, trial and error can add up, man. I mean, it can be a monster depending on what you're doing to have, an issue. But a lot of the smartest people that I've ever met would pretty well smoke at most engineers outright. And I mean, amazing people out there. But I think it's just a matter of having the what's the word? The aptitude for it. I mean, really enjoying this kind of work. All right, let's open that and edit in a separate window. File. Export that as a STL file. We're going to use Prusa Slicer. I linked your channel with my purchases. Not sure what it does for you, but made me buy it. You linked my channel. I linked your channel during my purchase. Huh. You mean I made you buy the X-Max? Or are you going to build the whole... Which version of the litter buggy are you going to make, man? Are you going to make the version 6s? The version 10s? Or are you going to go for one of the middle versions, the 7, 8s? Any of those. Really wish there was a better way to communicate through this thing. I mean, if you're talking... Oh, no, I guess if you're going X-Max, sorry. If you're going X-Max, you're going to build a version 10. I sent those plates to a guy in Indiana for commercial HVAC work. I'm happy to make those for you if you don't already have a printer that you can produce them. Oh, I don't want a stupid Xbox thing. Prusa Slicer. Okay, let's see here. Oh, oh, that's awesome. Is that from Traxxas? Oh, nice. How are you going to build the battery adapters? Or are you going to, you can buy those battery adapters off eBay, but I don't think they have any mounting holes in them. The ones that you find on eBay. You got to, think about that. I wish I could take you in there and talk to you about the other one. So, what's your application going to be? Are you going to use it like I do on the beach where you're going down miles and miles and you need to have two batteries where you can switch between battery A or battery B? Are you going to use it more like the gentleman who does HVAC work where he only needs to have one battery and then whenever the battery dies he just puts another battery on it? Because all of my rigs have two batteries because, well, I'll be 6 miles down the beach when I have to change it. Wish I could make more of those adapters. I also need a better spot to stick the chat window. Can I not pop the chat window out and put it somewhere else? Make a poll. I'm not saying, I regret to say I'm not using it to collect trash. No be trap. I'm still your design. Well, that's fine, man. I mean, build it for whatever you want. I just built two for people that aren't going to use them for trash. I mean, I made the designs and gave people the idea, obviously for trash, but make it for whatever you want. The guy who does it for HVAC, he doesn't pick up any trash, but he uses it to haul his tools across the roof so he doesn't have to carry all that stuff. I mean, that's hopefully, with enough time, well, enough time, hopefully at some point, Traxxas will look at it and say, oh, well, that, or not Traxxas, but Milwaukee will look at it and say, well, that's a good idea. Maybe we should make something like that, which would just be great. But I may have my hopes a little high on that one. So if I minimize this, I can put the chat window. Where would the chat window go? Get the chat window out. And put the chat window right here. So you're going to use it around pools. That's pretty cool. You have any? Have you actually started the build on it yet? When you start the build, be sure you link me to it, and I mean I'll help you out any way I can. And even though it's not a litter buggy, you can still link us to it. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. You gonna hook a trailer onto it? You gonna run a trailer like the one that I've got set up for a trailer rig? Because you gotta, I mean, you can haul a good bit of weight on those things. You can probably put 50 pounds on there without too much issue, but I don't know what the weight of chlorine is, but water is 8 pounds a gallon. So that adds up pretty quick. Alright, let's make it part. The guy in Indiana, he pulls a little four-wheel trailer, like a heavy hauling little four-wheel trailer around. He's using just a stock motor, and he says it works great. 100-pound springs. Where did you get 100-pound springs from? That's interesting. What about the the shock limiters? I mean, because that X-Max will bottom all the way out when you put weight on it. And if you don't put some kind of limiter inside there where the shock is, then it will, hit the ground. You may be right, man. That front servo, I mean, all of my rigs are four-wheel steer. And the rear steering does a lot more of the work, it seems like. But, I mean, I don't know. I see complaints on that front servo all the time. You can try getting a different servo for it, and that may be a better bet. But my main thing is that, are you going to change out the motor? Are you going to change out the ESC and the motor to gear it way down like I did on mine? That's the important part. If you go in there and you stick the lowest available pinion gear on that stock motor, which I think it's 15 or 18 tooth is the smallest pinion you can get for that stock motor. It is still, I mean, if you're just barely pulling trigger, you just barely have that thing moving, it is still pretty quick. So if you're going to be hauling this kind of weight around, I don't want a limiter. Well, yeah, but I mean, the limiter just keeps it from bottoming out. I mean, you still have your shocks that are still functioning like shocks. The limiters that I made, here, I'll show you. The limiters I made, these TPU components, I mean, they're still, well, these are 50%. They're fairly stiff, but they still have some give in them. And I mean, you just want something that keeps it from bottoming out, because say all that weight on there. But then this is the part that I made for it. Yeah. So with the 800 kV, if you're using a Castle Creations, you can go 18 tooth, and you can get that from Saga. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up real fast for you. I'll send you a link to it. I think it's SAGA Hobbies. I think that's right. What's the name of that place? Oh, let me find it, man. I can get it for you. Oh, okay. So it's SAGA Custom. CUSTOMRC. Oh, sweet. That's what you need. You gotta have those manuals. So you're really going for something very close to mine. That's awesome. And you only need one battery. You don't need two. Okay. So mine are built using these Mod 1 gears. And I think that's an 8mm. Here, I'll drop you this link right now. But I use these Mod 1 so I can use the original 54 tooth spur that's in there. Sorry, man. Wife made chicken. Oh yeah, dude. I looked everywhere for those stupid pinions. I almost ended up going to a 1.5. I'm glad I found them. And they seem to hold up pretty good. I'm running a 26 right now in my beach rig, but I've got that 18 in another rig. You just need to use the 8mm for the, if you go Castle Creations. That guy has them on sale. I wonder if that means he's going to stop making them. I sure hope he doesn't. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. I want your motor and ESC. Let's see here. Not sure what I need for that. I need as much torque as possible. Pounds per ounce. Okay, let me send you a link to that as well. So, for running super slow, let me get a link for it and I'll send it to you. It's CAS Castle, and I think they have a combo. That's Tower Hobbies. Alright, let's see here. It's the Castle 800 kV 1/5 scale. 2021 800 kV. Yeah. Where is that? I know they have a combo for this somewhere. Products. Surface. Come on, man, I'll find it for you. Where is this stupid thing? Show more. Okay, well here. Oh wait, this is it right here. 800 kV. Oh, there you go. Nice. I may look into that, but the springs I have work pretty good. Okay, so that is Mamba XLS8S. Am I using XLS? I thought mine was just a. Mine was just a regular Mamba 8S. Let's do a Mamba 8S. And Mamba 8S. Yeah, here it is from Horizon. I think it's the same thing. And copy. Well, let's see if I can't get a better link for you. Here's share. What the hell's the point of giving the option to share if it doesn't actually go anywhere? Anyway, this is what I'm using. I'm using these Mamba X8Ss and that 800 kV. And then you have to use a WFO motor mount. WFO motor mount. And copy. Here you go, man. Yeah. I don't do anything with this with the springs on my rig. They're just covered up for the time being. There you go. That's the mount you need. Wish I had a better link to this. XLS2. Pretty sure that's a bigger one than even I was using. Mine is just an 8S. These are the larger ESCs, which may not be the worst idea for you. Yes. Yeah, you'll have to do a couple small cuts. There's a video in my stuff where I show the cutout in the bottom of the chassis. It's pretty simple. It's just like a little H right there in the center section. I'll use my fancy board here. You can probably find it on the litter buggy too. I think I did post it on the WFO, but it's basically if you've got the center section of the rig where the motor mount compartment is. So you have your this is the motor mount side, and in here is where the receiver normally sits. So there's this little cavity right here. You have to cut out an H shape right there, and then you have to remove the little ribs that you see on the side. So you're cutting out this shape right here, this little H, and then there are these little supporting ribs right there on the edge, and those got to get cut down as well. And on the actual motor mount, if you have the actual motor mount, you have to do a little bit of machining. Well, not machining, but you need to take a Dremel and cut that as well. So it's going to be rounded over like this. And there's these little support pieces down here in the bottom. And so if this is your motor mount with your 3 little channels in it, center, I know it's probably hard to see this. Let me see if I can blow this camera up real quick. 1 minute. We'll just make this camera bigger. Boom. Now you can see. Alright, so if this is your motor mount, like what you on that large WFO, these little pieces right here, you have to round these little ribs off on the inside because the motor won't sit far enough. So you have to just go in there and just kind of round them off. That way the motor will sit down low enough to properly mesh. But it's like a 5-minute job to take a carbide bit on a Dremel and just kind of round them off. You can do it with a hand file. It's not a huge deal. I don't have a good picture of the chassis, but I'll see what I can get for you. That doesn't look too bad at all. Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty easy, man. I don't think there's anything else that has to be rounded. Are you gonna put a pack out plate on it, like what I did? Or are you gonna mount some other kind of bucket on there? If you're gonna do pack out, if you will get a hold of me through Facebook or something like that, then we can arrange and I will send you those pack out mounting plates. I'll print out a set for you and put them all together and send them to you. Alright. Remember the video. I'll watch it again to be sure. Oh yeah, let's see, what video was that? That was... I can get on there right now. Let me get back to this. Alright, so we got that in there. I'm going to export this to here. 7-hour print time. Oh, let me eject it. Yes, mounting plate with ammo boxes. Couldn't use the crate because the chlorine and acid must be separate. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. Well, when you get it done, man, be sure to post it online somewhere. Or post it on the litter buggy forum. I'd love to see it. I always got an eye out for that kind of thing. Maybe some other people will see it and be like, oh, what is that? That's just plain cool. Okay. Curious to see how well this works this weekend. I have to try it tomorrow, just see if it will work in general. Or just a straight broadcast on my phone. Let's see here. Wow. A lot of chlorine, man. Yep, totally get that. Still, that is an awful lot of chlorine. Okay. Yeah. Post some videos of it, man. When you get it done, you post some videos on Litterbuggy. The more people that have those rigs using them for everyday things, the better, in my mind. Alright, dude. So the only thing I have to carry is the pole. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't work for that. Alright, man. I gotta put some food up and head off to bed. I'll probably do it live again tomorrow. I may try to do it wirelessly. I built a chest mount a while back. Check this out. So this is my chest mount. With this, you take your camera here. It uses the same round mounts, just like so. And then you take this. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you take this here, put this under your shirt, and then you can adjust it for whatever height you want, and your camera sits just like that. Super cheap, printed out. And it's actually pretty stable. The only problem I have is I need to remake this plate. I need to remake this plate so that top layer right there is a little bit thinner. But yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, that is my super cheap GoPro chest mount. It works like a champ too, man. Especially if you've got if you're wearing like an undershirt. I will have to do that tomorrow. Alright, man. You have a good night. I'm out. Now, how do I end this thing? End stream. You will no longer be live.